My boyfriend's dad hated me because of how I looked. My boyfriend's dad told him that he shouldn't date me because girls like me are heartbreakers. The issue started a few days ago when my boyfriend asked me to join his family on a trip to their lake house. I felt pretty nervous because it was my first time meeting them, and it was my first ever relationship. I wasn't sure how to act around them, but I was determined to at least get close to his dad, Derek. The entire drive on the way to the lake house, I searched for tips and tricks on how to impress your boyfriend's relatives and played out advice podcasts out loud. My boyfriend laughed and made fun of me, saying that his dad was super friendly to everyone and would love me. But he was wrong. The moment Derek saw me, I knew things were going to be rough. I greeted him with a confident smile, and he ignored me, telling his son to hurry and jump on the grill to start the barbecue. I awkwardly laughed while my boyfriend kissed my forehead and walked away to start helping. I went inside the house and introduced myself to his other relatives. His cousins were just as outgoing as my boyfriend, and it made it easy to get close to them. While I helped them clean around the house, I opened up about wanting to get close to Derek. She shrugged and said, "Oh, super easy. He's literally the friendliest person in the family." Hearing that, I felt like maybe I just misinterpreted things between us. After cleaning, I approached my boyfriend and Derek, taking pictures and videos of them cooking together. My boyfriend looked super happy while his dad looked even angrier than he did when he first saw me. I thought to myself whether the awkward tension was really all in my head or not. I asked questions to his dad about the lake house and his work. He answered plainly without glancing back at me, flipping food on the grill. I asked his wife if she went to their lake house a lot before she passed. My boyfriend grinned and explained half-jokingly how his dad brought all the girls he loved here when he was young and reckless. I joked back, saying, "Oh, well, it's understandable since your dad is very handsome, but I wonder if you brought a lot of other girls here." My boyfriend shook his head no. While we lightly flirted, Derek broke the happy mood with an angry, "I only brought 2 people here. One was your mom, and one was the girl who fooled me into thinking we were in love. So if I were you, son, I would be careful about girls like this one." He patted my boyfriend's shoulder and walked off towards the lake to cool off. My boyfriend apologized and chased after his dad. I stood there, stunned, unsure of how to take in the information that I was clearly on Derek's bad side. Over dinner, the 3 of us sat there holding 2 different conversations with my boyfriend since his dad refused to speak to me. My boyfriend stood up, completely tired of dealing with us, and said, "You two need to talk because you're both acting like kids." He walked away to join the rest of the family, leaving me and his dad to sit in silence. I took a deep breath with my heart racing, and I asked, "What did I do or say that made you think I was a bad person for your son?" He sighed and explained that I looked just like the woman who hurt him years ago, and he didn't want the same thing to happen to his son. I pulled out my phone and showed him a picture of my mom, asking if maybe she was the one to hurt him before. He squinted his eyes, examining the picture and shook his head. He continued scrolling through my family photo album until he stumbled upon a picture of my mom and my aunt when they were very young. His eyes widened and he stood up from his seat from shock. "Her? Who is she to you?" I raised an eyebrow and explained that it was a picture of my mom and aunt before my aunt got into a big accident that made her paralyzed and stuck to a wheelchair. Derek stared at me with pleading eyes, asking to meet her to finally get some closure, explaining that she had basically ghosted him when they were supposed to elope back in the 80s. I agreed, but only if he was willing to try to get to know me before judging whether I was right for his son or not. He held my hand out to shake on the promise, and he finally smiled, shaking my hand. A day after the lake house trip, my boyfriend called me to say that his dad was bugging him about meeting my aunt. I laughed and sent the address of a nearby cafe that my aunt loved because of the wheelchair-friendly tables, saying that if he was willing to rush, we were heading there in an hour. Derek really did rush over and arrived there first to greet my aunt with flowers. He led her away to a separate table where they were finally able to talk after years of heartbreak between them.